So I wanted to go in the lab and actually focus on, it's not just a campaign, but really it's a philosophy that we've been developing here at the Pulse in terms of how do you create discussions before, during, after events. And this is something, this is in our DNA. This is something that our clients are always asking us about. Is we invest a huge amount of money in an event, like CES, for example. The amount of money and time and effort that goes into an event, and if it all just sort of happens and then it goes away, once the booth's broken down, how do you sort of continue the discussions going? And I wanted to focus on something that we've been doing both with our events and now with events like NAB Show and other client events. And it's the idea of creating a video spotlight series that allows you to have a discussion with the presenters, the sponsors, engage in the community before an event, feature those videos in a video library, and then engage with people after the event when you capture additional video, and so on and so on. And really look at the idea of spotlight videos and blogging and social media engagement so that you can really link, and you just said it, the online and the offline. So that's what I want to do in the lab, is sort of give people a sneak peek at what we're doing, in fact, around events like IMS New York.
Let's talk a little bit more about the Spotlight series, because you had mentioned, and the way it works here is we literally take just about 30 minutes of whether it's a presenter, whether it's someone that's actually going to be attending the event, so on and so forth. We take a half hour of their time and we really focus on the industry in general. And a lot of times it's really all the things that they are passionate about, what they're talking about, what they're going to be speaking about.
I think that's critical. So we just saw the promo for IMS New York, which is sort of a way to think about the classic way to use video to promote an event like this. Short form, quick cuts.
To the point.
What we're doing is sort of augmenting that type of a video with, as you said, something that we call an executive brief. So it's a discussion. It's this sort of a discussion with the studio. Somebody could be Skyping in, or they could be actually sitting in this seat. And the goal is to use video as a way to create a discussion and then use the social media channels as a way to push that discussion all the places where people are already talking about the event, and to create content that sort of lives in serial format. And so, as you said, we do it as typically a 30-minute shoot that's broken into 5 segments. And because we use this approach, which we call executive brief, each one of those segments gets turned into 4 other pieces of social media content: a podcast, a video blog, a Facebook post, a YouTube clip. And I think it's really using the power of video to create engaging discussions, and then using the power of social media to push those discussions into the community and then start a discussion. Those 20 segments, for example, really, or 20 shoots, is times 20. So from those 20 shoots, we really created 400 pieces, individual pieces of social media content that then get pushed out on all the channels that start discussions wherever people are having those discussions. To your point, we then play it within the room. We're capturing additional video, and everything at the back end lives within one of our pulse-ons. And I think this is the point, is people then check in, and then they can see, hey, I saw this speaker, or I didn't see this speaker, and go back into the video library. So I think this takes it the full life cycle. Another data point that's interesting is when you look at the amount of people that were in IMS in Boston, it's about 800 people within the room total. And then you look at the people who viewed the content that we streamed, as well as the content library after the fact. There was another 2 or 3 times that wound up engaging with the content after the event. And so from a marketer, we've got a picture right here of how this looks. So within our Pulse-On platform, we're able to create essentially a video library, sort of a TED-like library of all of these clips, in addition to other videos that we might tag and pull, in addition to highlights from the live event. And what's cool is we now create a destination that augments